Let's review how to keep an edge on your knife. We call this honing or steeling your knife. There are two different ways to do it. If you're just getting started, I recommend that you take your steel and you rest it on the cutting board, and then you grab your knife and you want to run from the back of your knife, and you want to run about a 20-degree angle all the way down, and then you repeat. The reason why this is a good way for somebody who's just starting out is you only have to focus on the movement of the knife and not necessarily the movement of the steel. So this steel is a coarse steel, so you would start, especially if your knife is getting dull, you would start with the coarse steel, and then we would finish with the smooth steel, and that's just going to keep the edge of that knife nice and straight. So what causes the knife to get dull is there's a very fine point to the knife, and we're just trying to keep that straight. Once that edge of your knife moves over or rolls over, that's when you know it's time to steel your knife, and you'll feel it because you won't be able to push through the meat. Once you've mastered that technique, there's another way to steel your knife. So this is the way I do it. You hold your steel in front of your body away because you don't want to cut yourself, and the same rule applies. You're going to start from the back of your knife and draw it down the steel at about a 20-degree angle, and you just go opposite side, both sides, all the way down, okay? It's very important to keep your eye on what you're doing. And then eventually, once you do this enough, you'll hear it. You can hear that little zing at the end of your knife. And that's how I know that my knife is ready to go. And then I finish it on this nice soft one. Okay. And just keep starting at the back and run it all the way down. I'll do it one more time with my boning knife. Both sides. You can hear that little zip. And one thing to point out about your steel is that the ends are actually magnetized to pick up any shavings that might come off the knife during the steel process. And then we finish it on the polishing steel. And that's how you keep the perfect edge on your knife.